Good evening, everyone. This is Council President Stacy Kelly. We're going to begin our special Finance Committee meeting today of July 31st at 7:32 p.m. I'd first like to make a motion to excuse committee member Rick Delaquila. Can I get a second?
Second. Martin?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, Kelly? Thank you. Okay, first thing on our agenda here for the Finance Committee. This is from our engineering department. This was put out, the Donna Ray area, Donna Ray Drive near Alla Drive. This is for drainage improvements consisting of 2 new double catch basins and curbs. 5 estimates were obtained. 5 bids were obtained. The winning one goes to Set in Stone Contracting in the amount of $41,622. Are there any questions on this or comments?
I have no comments. I have reviewed it.
Pardon me, Councilman Martin?
Councilman Martin, I have reviewed it. I have no questions.
Questions? I have no questions as well. This is, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second. Martin?
All in favor?
Martin, aye.
Kelly, aye. This is approved for $41,622 to Set in Stone Contracting. Next up, this is in regard to Calvin Park / Somerset. This is for the stormwater water maintenance engineering study through ACCOM Technical Services. This is for the actual engineering study, and this is in the amount of $30,000. Any comments from the committee?
Councilman Martin, I have no comments.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve.
Martin, second.
All in favor?
Martin, aye.
Kelly, aye. Okay. The third and final thing on our agenda was to be discussion for ordinance number 51-2020 that was scheduled for our agenda this evening. However, I did remove it from the agenda. It seemed that other parties were interested in discussing this, so I thought it would be beneficial for not only my committee but all council members to entertain any questions or comments from all involved parties. The call-in number has been provided for this special committee meeting. So if there is anyone that has called in for this meeting that would like to make comments in regards to 51-2020 Rockside Road PUD, please raise them.
Yes, my name is John Slater. Is now my time to speak?
Yes, sir, go ahead, please. What is your name?
It's John, John Slater, Slater. And I'm getting a little feedback. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. My address is 950 Main Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44114. And I'm an attorney with Tucker Ellis, LLP. I am counsel for Glenn's Landing, and I am here this evening to speak about Ordinance 51-2020, and we're requesting council do a third reading and approve of the ordinance. I know that there's been some discussion that the timing for submission of an amendment to the charter is, the deadline for that would be September 4th. I myself took a look at and did some research in terms of timing. I know that the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections website identifies that as the deadline for charter amendments for municipalities, but there's no citation to any revised code or other section. Additionally, I looked at the Ohio State Secretary of State's website, which has a calendar for submission deadlines, and it does not identify charter amendment deadlines as being on September 4th. So we do have a concern because the state of Ohio's website seems to identify local initiatives and local matters, deadline to be August 5th at 4 p.m. And just out of an abundance of caution, we would request that this matter be sent to, and voted on by council and then transmitted to the Board of Elections before the deadline of August 5th. And because this was removed from the agenda this evening, I don't believe it could be properly voted on tonight, or at least there could be a question over it. And rather than running into that situation, we would ask that a special council meeting for this to have its third reading and a vote, Monday evening. And I know that may be, somewhat of an inconvenience, but this is an important issue to my client. We think that it's appropriate to go to the voters. We don't want there to be an issue over timing, and I think we could avoid that if we just have this set for, before and sent to the Board of Elections before that August 5th deadline. Just on the substance of the ordinance itself, again, we believe because of unique circumstances relating to this property, I had sent a letter yesterday to you, Council President, and copied members of Council indicating why we believe it's appropriate for Council to move forward with this amendment, and we hope that you do. We're here to answer whatever questions you may have, and I can further elaborate if necessary on this request, but we would ask that this be set for a meeting voted on hopefully Monday evening.
Thank you for your comments. They're much appreciated. I was advised by our legal counsel that the deadline for submission is September 4th. So we have conflicting dates here. Attorney Tobin, you did check with the Board of Elections?
Yes, Madam President, I spoke with the Board of Elections with regard to the charter amendment filing deadline, which reflects on their website as being September 4th as well. And I would ask, John Slater, do you have a problem with the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections statement that the deadline is September 4th?
I mean, and with all due respect, I believe this is this the Assistant Law Director Tobin, correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, first of all, great, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I just, I always like to double check those, publications, because the fact that it's posted on the website or otherwise isn't necessarily binding if someone challenges it. So typically there's some citation to either the revised code or otherwise. The only citation that we found was a reference to charter amendments by municipalities that's set forth in the Ohio Constitution, and it's not crystal clear. It doesn't give a timing deadline, and I think that's part of the problem. I think we've been advised the same thing by the Board of Elections, but we haven't seen a statutory or some citation or case law that would say that that's the case. And this issue just came up, today as we were just double checking. And again, I'd rather, if possible, and council could accommodate, we could have a special meeting Monday evening, kind of similar to this. You put it on the agenda. It probably, unless you want further discussion, it probably wouldn't take long to, decide whether the council wants to send this off to the voters. But I would hate to be in a situation where we think the deadline is September, and it very well may be. But out of an abundance of caution, we still do now have the ability to do this, approve of it, and then there would not be a question or an issue. I know it's a long-winded response, but we tried to, if I found an exact citation that said, and I could confirm that September 4th was a deadline other than just a website reference, I'd be more comfortable. And in fact, I checked the Ohio State website, which has a similar deadline calendar, and there's no reference in it to, municipal charter amendment deadlines, even though there's a lot of other local issues that are identified deadlines. So that's the reason there's a concern.
Madam President,
Mayor.
this is Mayor Biassiata. I just make sure that we're all on the same page and alert everyone of a conversation I had yesterday with Fairmount Properties. Fairmount Properties called me, Adam Fishman and Eric Ludit specifically, and they reiterate that they do not oppose amended ordinance 51 2020. And then also for the record, council and the mayor and I believe the law department are in receipt of a letter from the current deed owner of the property next door, LSB 7 Hills LLC, and they do not oppose at this time amended ordinance 51 2020. So if it was council's desire to have a special meeting, I would support council's desire on this matter, as I believe we've heard from all the parties at this point. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mayor.
Madam President?
Councilman Martin.
Yes, Madam President, Councilman Martin, did the charter itself be reviewed for any timing for zoning amendments?
Are you referring to the city charter?
Yes, correct.
There's no such, deadline date for submission
Okay.
that would affect this August or September issue.
I noted there was a 60-day period.
Yes, right.
Okay.
But that's before the election.
All right, and that would backtrack us from November 3rd to September 3rd.
The backtrack is for the voting of the council of the ordinance.
Yes, which then would mean that you would have to have time period to get to the Board of Elections.
In other words, if council were to pass an ordinance August 15th, that would be at least 60 days before the general election date.
Okay.
Councilman Snitsky.
Madam President, I have no problems with having a meeting at the beginning of next week if that's what we need to do, as long as we can get all of our ducks in a row and all the paperwork done from the administrative, the council clerk point of view and all that. If Monday or Tuesday works, I have no problem with it.
Any further comments from council?
Madam President,
Councilman Curriasis.
I think since they're so concerned about the timing, I think if everybody's available Monday night, I think Monday night would be fine. If everybody else is available that night, that's all I have.
Councilman Coolio, any comments?
I have no comments at this time. I can meet on Monday night as well.
Councilman Elliott.
Thank you, Madam President. Yeah, I think the sooner the better. Monday would be great.
Okay, we'll schedule a special council meeting for Monday. What is that date? Let me look at my phone here. Monday, August 3rd at 6 p.m. Nope, no motion.
Per authority.
Madam President?
Councilman Martin.
Councilman Martin, I would indicate, just based on the brief conversation we had about the confusion of the particular dates, that this might be an opportunity for the Charter Review Commission to make a recommendation of improving clarity of the language of the charter for, so that for issues of this nature that may arise in the future.
Duly noted. Sir, do you have any further comments, Mr. Slager?
That, the last comment relating to I just didn't hear that well, I apologize. Did the Charter Review Commission, did that have anything to do with this particular issue?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. So I have no further comments, and we do appreciate the consideration of council. Again, we believe this would be appropriate to go for a vote of the people, and we thank you for your consideration and also your accommodation if you agree to have a meeting Monday evening. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Any further comments from council?
For the residents of Ward 3, I would like to thank you, council and the Finance Committee, for the improvement at Donna Ray and Alla. Those people have had flooding problems for a number of years now. And also for the improvement down on Calvin Park. That's right on the fringe of the ward, but I have residents that have had flooding issues because of the needs of those improvements. So for the people of Ward 3, thank you very much.
I'm glad we're moving forward on it. Are there any further comments from the Finance Committee?
Madam Chairman, I have none.
Thank you, Councilman Martin. Any further comments from council? Mayor, any comments?
Yeah, real briefly. Thank you, Madam President. This is Mayor Biassiat. I just want to make sure it's clear for the record that the two items passed here on the Ala Drive, that work will commence as soon as the contract permits. And the work at Calvin Park, Somerset Basin is for an engineering study. So actual work on the basin would follow once we understand the magnitude / scope of what needs to be done. So I want to just clarify maybe what Councilman Stinsky said there. The estimated time frame of completion of the engineer's study is 4 weeks. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. I have nothing further. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the Special Finance Committee meeting at 7:49.
Martin, second.
Roll call.
Martin, aye.
Kelly, aye. Finance is out at 7:49. Thank you all.